Hello.
Hello, everybody.
Oh, the
How's
insanity
everybody?
has begun already?
Hello.
Insanity began a long time ago, bud.
It is what it is.
Slowly just...
How's everybody doing?
I'm doing all right. I'm sorry. I'm currently ordering a pizza because D&D snacks. Would you guys like to know why I'm ordering a pizza? There's more than just me here today.
There's more?
Yeah. Why don't you come around? Come show us.
Right.
nearly dies.
It's our friend Shaq. Hey.
Did you really just...
Shaq runs up, nearly dies. Just.
Yeah, she's a little crazy. But hey, we're here. Hello, hi, welcome to Twisted Perceptions. Today's episode is called The Trail. Let's give Shaq the floor. Tell everybody on stream what you've been doing this past few days.
It's like, what am I doing? Why am I in charge now? Hi guys. I spontaneously, more or less, decided to take a road trip across the country. I'm from West Coast, and I'm headed East Coast. Today marks a week since I left, so 7 days on the road. We're over here with Ford now, and keep up with the stream to see who I hit next.
Currently, she's in Ohio.
Well, I hope you don't hit anybody, but, you know.
You live with me. You know I'm fully capable of this violence.
She beats me almost every day while she's here.
Little did you know that this isn't a D&D podcast. This is how we meet. We do our meetings for our criminal syndicate.
Yeah.
We all know I am the mafia queen.
I'm pleading the fifth on all accounts.
I'm the shithead enforcer. That's all I am.
I just exist. I'm here. I somehow joined the mafia. I don't remember how. But
You're the dude that like everybody thinks is okay and is normal, but also is like somewhere deep in the bowels of regular people, and just keeps our face looking good while we're out doing the sketchy shit.
I'm regular people. What?
Ford, you're the fucking mastermind, and we all fucking know it.
You're the one with all the connections.
I feel like Dave is the one that's the mastermind.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
No. You're the face. You're the guy that everyone thinks is the mastermind. David is the actual mastermind.
Oh, so I'm the dumbass that everybody follows.
No. Listen. That's not the case. That's not what I mean. You know what? Fuck it. Fine. Your words, not mine.
Oh man. Okay.
I'm just gonna stand. I'm just gonna sit here. That's all I'm gonna do.
You got something to say, David?
David's hiding his true
David,
intentions.
David, you're the mastermind. We know this. Okay, it's okay. I don't have to be the face. I could just be the guy that just knows all the people. You know, like, oh yeah, we got a guy for that. Don't worry.
David's like, I need something done. Ford's like, yeah, I got you.
Yeah, I got a guy for that. The problem is that it's probably more scarier when I am the guy for that. I feel like that's what's the scariest part.
Oh yeah.
When it becomes not that I know the guy, but I'm the guy. You know.
Yeah, true enough.
Just direct me in the nearest place that is needed for blunt force trauma.
All right, guys. So let's go ahead and jump on in. So I watched the last few minutes of last week's episode just so I can make sure we're leaving off at the right spot. And Koresh Bahamiti, you had just revealed who you really are to your team. And Azurus was Azurus' normal stoic self and played as if she wasn't surprised. And you're trying to, it seems like you're trying to prove your love and loyalty to this new team. That there's something that Koresh likes about what's going on there now and is willing to put their neck on the line for. And we'll start at when you revealed your true changing self to your team. And as says, there are plenty of changelings in the crime rings. Go from there.
Well, I mean, you're not wrong. I ran in a few of those circles. Look, we all know I'm a shithead. That's no fucking surprise to you at this point. Got me in a fuck ton of trouble, as you already know. And as of recent, you know. Let me ask you something. Why in the blue fuck? And this is just for me, because at this point I'm not even sure what the hell I'm doing anymore. Why give a shite what happened to me after I came after you to try and figure out what happened to my boss? Like, why have me join this? And it's more out of curiosity. He's not. He does not understand why the fuck y'all were just like, hey, come with us.
I mean, have you met me?
It's not you that surprises me. I mean, you're just a bundle of sunshine, Romanor. We can't fucking take that away from you. And you make friends with literally everyone you fucking meet. Like, you don't surprise me. These two, on the other hand, I know she was rather dodgy with it. You, on the other hand, I have no fucking clue most anything about you, and yet you were just like, fuck it, you're in.
Well, you practically came at us at a time where we needed help. You pretty much already know about what you're aiming to do. Because you, like, without us even telling you, like, oh, hey, your boss was a mask wielder. You said, oh, my boss was a mask wielder. So, why am I not going to accept you when you were already in our wheelhouse, just not parts of our wheelhouse?
Right, well, we still have a destination. Still not sure what the fuck the plan is. Still not sure what we're gonna find going down this road.
I mean, you'll look to the other two. We ever really had a plan?
We had
Not
a
really.
basic view of what we're trying to do, right?
I think the one time we did have a plan, it kind of just went to crap. Like, as soon as we started.
Ash just kind of raises a hand. In the 10 years before, we rarely ever made plans. And when we did, she points at Ramanor. Exactly what he said happened, but far less delicately. We just go where we must and see what happens along the way.
You see, like, an elderly couple walk out of one of the little barracks, and they look kind of like they're dressed very poshly. And then you see a man dressed in what looks like leather armor that seems pretty scantily clad over him, like he just doesn't need it. And the elderly couple is like, "Is all that craziness done? Can we get off this damn boat?"
I don't know why there's so many old people around this party that keep showing up.
You know, I have a feeling we're gonna end up endangering some poor ass fucking civilian during one of these fucking times. And then I'm just gonna laugh.
Haven't we already?
You don't fucking know.
She's gonna no. That last part, that question was actually aimed at Ramador and Az. In realization, like, wait, haven't we already done that? Ella, Whatever.
Oh, not really.
Um, with that, he's just gonna kind of look to the others, like, can we also, from now on, if anybody agrees to a deal, and we take the deal back, can we just give it to the one who gave it up, and let them eat it? Because
Yeah,
I still think the fact that yes, there was a good job done, not arguing it, just a little bit freaky, and I don't know.
To be honest with you, I got it back, but it seemed off. Like I felt fine, but that fucking change to get back into this scaly beauty that you see before you. Um, I'm fucking exhausted. And that's not fucking normal.
Okay,
And let's try not to make any more deals, and I won't have to eat them.
like I said, if
It
we
just-
do, we just have the one who made the deal.
How
eat the
about we
people.
follow Az's plan and don't make any more fucking deals?
It's not my plan.
That's all
Okay.
Connor's gonna do. He's like, okay.
Deals, at least deals with shite that we don't fucking know if they have well-intended shite or not.
I don't think anybody will actually have good intentions for this group.
You never know. Some people have friends in high places.
All my friends are in low places.
That too.
And all of my friends are high. Okay, no. But
Not me.
okay. Okay, cool. So,
Uh,
I'm sorry. I don't know why I had to say that. You guys keep going.
No,
I-
that was perfect.
on the-
That was perfectly done. I applaud.
Hey, well,
on the topic of deals, I won't be taking any from anyone who's not from this plane, I guess. If I need to explain it a little bit more, essentially, if I deal and I help people that aren't supposed to be here, I kind of lose all of everything I have. And that's kind of my whole oath, my devotion to my God. So if I had taken that deal, you wouldn't have me as I am right now. You would have an oathbreaker and somebody who's not connected to their God anymore.
Well, as it stands, I'm just glad of the fact that you are who you are, Ronald. That's it.
Hey, DM, does Az remember if Ramanor ever became an Oathbreaker in the last timeline?
That would be a deja vu die.
Ooh,
That
is
you
a
no
good
longer have.
question.
Oh. Yeah, because I used it on you.
I
I
know.
appreciate
Thank
it.
you.
I'm sorry.
Rise, and I need to acquire more.
I think that's pretty much it for the conversation for now, right? Now we're just waiting to get up the boat.
Well, now we just need to fucking know where the hell we're fucking going. We know it's in the crags, but not much else other than that.
Connor
Perhaps
would
we
end up-
ask for directions.
Connor would end up actually looking to Az at that point and just like, do you think, since we are in the city of thieves, that there may be information about Phoenix Feathers?
She kind of smirks. Always ask.
Possible.
Are you asking me to be sneaky again?
I believe at this point has become a staple in this camaraderie that when it comes down to it, I will ask you to be sneaky when the time comes.
Let me just take this in, because the last time it took me much, much longer to get you both corrupted as you are now.
Okay.
Just
There's a
let me
difference.
just soak
You
up
see,
this
there is
pride.
a very big difference between corrupted and knowing when the actual
Just like
time
puts
is
her
going up.
fingers on his mouth, like, no, shut up. Take this in.
Oh, dead.
And then
you
she's gonna start heading
You guys
it.
do that, and you just see, like, as they're talking, you see Ash just go shh. Yeah, that's all. That's all.
Who usually doesn't like touching people or being touched by people, just I'm taking
I would just
my
be
pride where I
surprised
can get
if
it.
David actually wants to say something, but I'm just gonna be good and not say anything about it.
If you bite her, she will hit you. Anyway, and then she's just going to collect herself, business face, and march into the city.
Right, well, I guess we're following that one.
Of course we are. She knows where the hell we're going.
And they don't know me here, so I don't have to worry about, bibbity bobbity booping my face into somebody
I'm
else.
vastly entertained by my mug disappearing into the background.
What mug? There is no mug.
There's only background.
It's trees!
That's John Cena in her hand.
Hey, if you put it up to your face, it looks like you went and used the invisibility spell.
No, not anymore.
No.
Because it knows where my face is.
Aw.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right, so you guys are heading into town?
Yep.
All right, cool. As you guys walk into town, you see a town that is pretty much kind of like going upward and gets higher and higher above sea level by the foot almost. It seems like it's just one big hill that's headed towards the gulf that you're in. As you see it goes higher and higher up, it becomes less and less made out of wood and rickety old driftwood, and more to stone, to brick, to treated cobblestone, to even metal. You can see the cedar gets nicer and nicer as you go to progress to leave this city. You see people running around, small children. As you walk around, you actually see like children wearing a very familiar crest to you. You've worn this crest yourself, just as a little thief who's been, cutting their teeth on the streets of the city.
She's going to point at the children with the crest and just quietly to the others. If they get near you, check your pockets and don't give them anything.
Fucking urchins. And they're gonna just like tie up all of their pouches, like triple knot, quadruple knot, just everything on their person is now probably trying to make it so secure that like the minute they even touch it, it's like tugs with some tension.
Romanor
She's
takes
gonna-
his pouch of gold and just ties it around his neck. Good luck reaching up that far.
She's just gonna look at Koresh and just. I think you forget the skill that some of us possess with a blade.
I know exactly the skill you'll possess, but I'm gonna try and make it at least a little difficult for the little bastards.
Do you want to try and steal from him as just a show?
Swear.
I do. I really do.
Sleight of hand. Give me a sleight of hand check, guys. I know as the dungeon master, I wasn't supposed to egg that on, but I had to. I'm sorry.
That will not beat their passive, actually.
You were
'Cause they're
wrong,
passive.
man.
I rolled terribly.
Yeah, that's a fucking 17. So Korish is gonna see this.
Can Romanor help?
No, you're not.
Ramonor can help if he would
No,
like to.
come on.
Romanor is gonna put a hand on Koresh's shoulder. I can hold your gold for you if you want.
Nope,
Give
still doesn't beat.
as Still doesn't beat. All right, well, there it is.
So what you see is as gets close to the belt, a quick tail just lashes out and cracks her on the knuckles. You know,
You can see in her face.
And you're
you
muted.
push the button again.
Sorry. You can see in her face she is using everything in her not to immediately smack them back.
It's your bloody fault for trying to steal me fucking gold.
What's your passive?
17 for both insight and perception.
Yeah, Ramanor really wasn't actually trying to help her steal from him. He was more like legitimately saying, I
If
can hold
someone
it for you. I
steals
mean,
the gold from Koresh in this city, swear to God, they will hunt them down and they will kill them with consecutive dissonant whispers.
As you guys are talking and going back and forth, you and Koresh, a man puts his hand on your shoulder and then holds an open palm to you with the exact amount of gold that was in your pouch. And he says, the little lady's right. You should watch yourself. And do you want to take that gold from his hand?
Important question. He actually beat even Connor's perception?
No, Connor, you saw it.
Oh, okay.
So tentatively, and with a look that you could almost swear could actually kill somebody, just slowly takes the gold,
Okay,
puts
cool.
it back into the pouch.
You take the gold and you put it back in your pouch, and you notice that same mark that the kids were wearing on their clothes is tattooed on the palm of his hand. And he walks away.
Son of a bitch!
Ash just smirks. She's like, yeah, no, this is how this works. And is entertained by these newbies. And is just going to head for probably one of her, like, most frequent haunts where she knows the most people.
so we still have about 40 of the old gold left, right?
Yeah.
Cool. That's in Ramanor's pouch. Hanging
No,
from his neck.
Ash has it.
He never gave it back.
You're right. My bad.
He has it on his neck, which is somewhat about 9 feet off the ground.
Oh yeah, people are gonna have to roll high to steal from you.
They're gonna have to make a stealth check, a sleight of hand check, and an acrobatics check just consecutively to get to your neck. It's kind of hard to scale somebody without letting them notice. Alright, well, I guess we're still following that one.
Yeah, she's just gonna turn and head into the city.
You see can everyone roll me a perception check besides Az?
That's an 8.
That's a 14.
That's an 11.
Jesus Christ. All right. So Az just starts moving, and she almost just disappears into a crowd of people. Connor, you are just barely able to follow her as she zigzags through everyone as if she's just at home.
Can Ramanor have advantage because he's
Yeah.
towering over
You're
everybody?
pretty tall. Take advantage. You're pretty tall, Ramona.
Yes.
I'm following the big one.
That's better. 16.
All right, you can follow too.
Connor's
As
just
you
flying
make your
forward.
way to a very familiar borough, you find yourself at the Killer Slug Tavern.
Well, that's a fucking name.
She's going to sidle up inside, and make sure that the others like follow. As they come inside, she points at them. She like turns around. Do not, for the love of what sanity is left in this group, cause a scene. The best thing to do in this city is to keep your head down and stay hidden.
Connor's about to open his mouth and he's just like,
Koresh, in a sudden, like, image of brilliance, realizes there is something that they can do about this gold thievery problem. And let me just check to make sure. Sorry, where is it?
Romanor will.
They are going to cast Mage Hand, and they are going to basically, on like a big long ass rope, raise their gold in the Mage Hand to about 30 feet off the ground.
Are you guys inside of the Killer Slug Tavern
Yes.
currently?
Oh,
Okay, as you cast Mage Hand, it just disperses right in front of you.
what in the fuck is going on here?
With you just being used to casting your magic and stuff like that, you can tell that this is a zone of dead magic. They purposefully somehow created a zone of dead magic. Magic spells cannot be cast inside this building.
She just looks at them and is like, "You didn't think they would account for that in a city of thieves, and especially."
It's a den of fucking thieves. Usually, thieves want to have access to their magic wherever the fuck they are, right? Am I wrong?
She points at herself. "I have magic. You think I wouldn't like to use it? But that would make things far too easy."
As you remember that the Killer Slug Tavern is kind of like the Switzerland of this town. No one gets stolen from. No one steals. This is the safe place to be for any thief when it comes to being able to let your guard down.
I tell you right now, this is the safest place for us in this entire city. That's why. Do not cause a scene. Even I don't steal here. So don't try. Run along. Take a seat. Go get some milk. Just does that at Romanor. The others.
As you shoot him off, and a familiar elven man walks up to you. He looks extremely young. You recognize him as your old friend Damon. He used to be a handler for you. He used to send you out on missions and things like that. He looks at you and he says, "Well, if it isn't Azure Sarosa, what can we do for you?"
She cracks a smile. "You know I don't like my last name around, but on your lips it's not so bad. I'm in town for some information."
You know, so am I. What do you need?
"What do you know about burning phoenix feathers being used to deliver messages?"
Wow, that's a lot. That takes some powerful magics. If you're gonna burn a phoenix feather to use that, you first probably need to get your hands on a phoenix. There aren't too many of them around here. You can usually find those at the top of mountains. Who's sending you phoenix feather messages? This has to be a strong mage.
Was it actually a real phoenix feather, or didn't you say it was like a synthetic one? Like one that didn't actually be a phoenix feather?
The first one was.
Oh, okay. Alright. Nope, just wanted to double check.
Remind me, the letter was sent to Koresh.
Yes, it was originally sent to Koresh.
I have an acquaintance who's been getting these messages and trying to figure out what is going on. I would kind of like to get it figured out so it stops bothering me and my business.
Well, this acquaintance of yours must know someone who's very strong and very powerful.
At this point, I've either killed half of who is strong and powerful, or the other one knows them, so it doesn't surprise me.
Well, I thought you were back to help me realize this idea of this thing called a guild where we bring adventurers and give them missions and things like that, but I've got a long time to live. We'll have one of those one day. Okay, so I guess we'll try and figure this out then. You know what? If you do something for me, I'll find that information for you.
What exactly do you need done?
They're the upper echelon in this town. They're getting out of hand. They're even capturing our kids now. That's no good. one of the kids was caught in the upper ring, trying, to do some work. And they were taken in, and I haven't seen them since. Usually they let them go in about 3 or 4 days. I don't know what's going on.
How many have gone missing?
So far, about 3. Got 2 more out on a mission looking for them. They're the older ones. They're the class before you. After you, I'm sorry.
They all gone missing around the same place.
Somewhere near the Iron District.
I'll do it.
Okay, well, you can take the trail.
Will do. And she just kind of. Well, I figure in this kind of place, they definitely have to have some kind of handshake. So she's going to do a handshake.
You guys are going to do a handshake. I don't know what kind of handshake it's going to be, but it's a little too quick for everyone to catch. You've been doing it for so many years.
Something fast, complicated, and aggressive.
This would probably be one of those only times that Connor
You just defined
purposely
as.
does not watch or try.
I know exactly what it is, too. In
I'm
my
sorry.
head, it came to me.
James, you just described as.
Yeah, no, exactly the point.
I missed it. Someone please repeat it.
I said it's fast and aggressive and complicated.
Yeah.
Exactly. She does a handshake. She sends him off, goes to where the others are.
You guys see a water genasi woman come up to you, and with a little tray in hand, she says, "Well, hello, my name's Trinity. I'll be taking care of y'all. What is it y'all need?"
All right,
Ale.
could I get a glass of milk?
Something light, little fruity, and not too stiff.
You.
She looks at you and she says, "Ale, that's normal. Light, fruity, and not too stiff. There's an orange tree out there. Milk.
Uh huh.
I've got heavy cream."
Az is gonna come up
That'll work.
behind her, and she's gonna put her hand on her shoulder. Trinity, get him the special. Just trust me. You can boil the milk.
She smirks and is like, "He is a big guy. I think he could take it."
Bring me a glass of milk too, or a heavy cream or whatever.
Just gives her a look that's like, don't do it. Just let him have it. And then she looks over at Connor, and you just see the gleam in her eye. Make it 2. And bring me my regular, thank you.
She smirks for a second and is like, "Wow, these would be on the house. I want to see this show."
Wait, what? What's happening?
Trinity turns around and just heads back to the back.
Az slides in with the group.
You look around, and not everyone, but you see a few people with this symbol on their clothing, and some of them with it tattooed on them. Someone give me an insight check.
I will. Since I can't get my fucking drink, so apparently I have to do something to occupy my time. That's a 23.
With a 23, you kind of can deduce that there's levels to this when it comes to that mark. Some people get it on a little ribbon, some people have it sewn into their clothing, and others have it tattooed on them. Depending on how permanent it would be to them, that shows what level they hold in this organization.
Would that be comparable to the mask holders themselves, like their organization and how they rise up through the ranks in their groups? Yeah.
Similar, yes.
Okay. You're
That was a question to me.
I thought so. Connor's just going to be. Is just gonna stare at Az and be like,
because he probably heard the entire conversation as normal. Um, so, a fetch quest. Huh.
Don't look at me like that.
Mm-hmm.
This one's important. We're
I'm
going
not
after
denying
missing
that.
kids.
I'm not denying that.
I'm sorry, am
I
I missing something
understood.
here?
There's kids that are missing.
She
And-
holds up the necklace and then points to the stone that Koresh has. None of your thoughts will ever be your own again. Get used to it. And she then lets the necklace down. Looks to the group. Kids have gone missing in the city, up in the upper areas. We're going to go find them.
Trinity walks in without even caring about your guys' conversation and sets 3 specific glasses in front of Connor and Ramanor. And Ramanor, you notice that Trinity is also holding a cup of heavy cream, waiting for you to finish the first set of things she gave you. And then Trinity also slides kind of like a tiny glass thing over to Koresh. Light and fruity, as much as I can do.
Connor's gonna look to the glasses, look to Trinity, look to Azurus. Staring at Azurus from the corner.
Trinity looks at you and just says, "From left to right."
Nods to Trinity, and then looks to Az and just be like, "Why do I feel like this is payback for something I've done?"
Just drink
No
it.
idea what you're talking about.
Uh-huh.
Raminer will start drinking them, but he won't shoot. Are they like shot glasses?
Yeah, they're shot glasses.
He's not gonna shoot them back. He's just gonna like drink them.
Okay.
Oh, Connor's just gonna be like, left to right it is. 1, 2, 3.
Cora's just waiting on standby with a restoration.
All right. I need you guys both to roll me 3 Constitution saving throws.
That's a 10 for the first.
18,
Oh,
15, 15.
10, 16, 20.
What's your last one, Connor?
18, 15, 15.
Connor, you feel fine. You're doing all right. Ramanor, you're a little woozy. You're a little woozy. She takes all the shot glasses and sets your heavy cream in front of you, and then just walks off. She said she looks to Ash. She's like, "Seems like you've got yourself a team that can hold their own." Ass. And walks
Connor's
off.
still gonna kind of look up like, and where's my ale?
I'll bring one on the house.
Thank you.
okay. So just so we're clear, we're talking about missing children, correct?
Yes.
Yes, she is still on you somehow.
What did they taste
Going
like, by
to
the way?
shoot this laptop.
What did it
So-
taste like, by the way?
What do they taste like?
Mm-hmm.
One tastes like black licorice, one tastes like orange, and the other one tastes like straight isopropyl.
I'm not sure I like that one. The other two are kind of alright. I'll just start sipping his heavy cream.
So, look, you weren't there when I started trying to make the deal, or at least, the dream I had before I made it. There was another option that I was given. I had to steal 6 children for the Fae.
No.
I didn't. I refused, and I'm still going to refuse. But what are the possibilities that we're dealing with the same group of Fae?
First problem. We don't know if we're dealing with Fae. We only know kids are missing.
Hope you brought enough to share with the class.
Second problem
We did it.
is the fact that that doesn't matter. Fae, human, elf, whatever, we're going to get in, save the kids, and get out. Simple. That is the plan.
It should be as quickly and quietly as bloody possible, which means something tells me that our friendly neighborhood paladin and our friendly neighborhood cleric, who probably clang around quite a bit, might not be the greatest for going in on a stealth mission. I'm not even sure of my own ability.
Question for it. Do I still have disadvantage because this plate is made of wood?
Oh, yeah.
Yes, I would say so.
Damn.
Oh, okay. Damn.
Except now it sounds
Instead
like
of like metal clanging, it just sounds like a kid bonking two sticks together all the time.
No, it's the pair of coconuts from Monty Python during the Holy Grail.
That has to be it now. That has to be it. There's no other way.
So listen, I have no clue what we're gonna be dealing with, but Lord knows we don't want to fucking fight it. Given what happened the last time we went with one of these bigger arseholes, they nearly tore us in fucking two, and then ran off.
That doesn't matter. We're going to, even if he were to get back into our face, what we're going to do is what we normally do, which is we say hi, but really our hi is being sent by daggers, hammers, and all of our magic. Simple.
As just holds up a finger. We are going to do is we are going in, as Koresh said, as quietly as we possibly can. And if that fails us, as it did the last time, then we resort to the other measures. But we try stealthily first. Our priority is getting those kids out.
Is there any way, Connor specifically, is there any way you can bounce you and another person into the building if something goes down? I mean, I don't even know if it's in a building per se, but if you can, two can go in, and then if backup is needed, we can all get together again and start fucking shite up.
Connor sits there for a second, as if focusing it to think what kind of abilities he has.
Player checks the sheet.
That's exactly what I'm doing. He.
I don't think you do.
I don't think I can, but no, I cannot, in good measure, do that in any way.
Look, we don't need teleportation. Not the start of a good idea. Two of us who are more keen on stealth can head in first. We have the necklaces and the stones, which means that we leave Kona and Romanor nearby. Pardon me. We could then simply scream into Kona's mind that we need help, as has been done before. And they can come running once they know where we are.
That is very true.
Might be able to help you get up. Is it possible to just get up there by yourself into that area? Or is it kind of blocked off for the lower class people?
Nothing's blocked off for me if I can sneak enough well. That sentence made no sense. Whatever.
I might actually be able to do something for all of us non-stealthy types. I can only do it 3 times, but I can. Well, actually, no. Let me check this really quickly, just in case, because I don't know if I can. It doesn't say anything about casting it more than once, even though it's a concentration spell. can I feasibly concentrate on 3 greater invisibilities
No.
at one time? No?
No.
Okay.
The
Just
spell itself, if it allowed you to, it would actually say if you're using a higher spell
Okay.
slot.
Nope, that's fair. I can
Well,
at least cast it
I
on
can
the
do
big
that
guy.
myself. Connor can do that himself. Connor
So-
has greater invisibility.
I'm thinking about this one way. We could probably ask to see if there is a temple up there, something of the kind. I am a paladin. Hopefully, they let me bring my crew with me.
Cleric
You
and
can use
paladin.
that as a guise to get closer, at least.
You have a cleric and a paladin.
Yeah, but wouldn't that only matter if it was to your specific god or goddess?
Doesn't matter. In all actuality, if you really think about it, we could still be going around in order to verify things. We don't need to tell anybody who we are a god of. We are just trying to get to the temple.
Well, then if that's the case,
Temple. There is a temple in the upper district. We could go there. Those of us who are being sneakier will head into the Iron District.
And then Connor would just ask, and which god is the temple of? Just to know.
Lord.
You don't know.
I have no idea. I don't exactly make a habit of spending time in temples. I'm not keen on the gods as you are.
I mean,
Okay.
the temple doesn't have to be straight to the god that you worship. It's just kind of going to a temple and praying in a temple. The Wild Mother really doesn't care, as far as I know.
No, my god really would rather I don't pray to her at all, and if I do pray to her, she blatantly, her first usual word is, "Why are you bothering me?" So I could pretty much go into any temple and pray to her if anything, but let me try not to, because I don't know her current mood, and I'd rather not accidentally piss her off before I may need her.
Honor, you feel like in the back of your mind, just don't you dare.
see, now I'm not the godly sort, but
They
yours sounds like a right bitch.
everybody sees Connor legitimately shiver. It's just like from head to toe. He just all of a sudden just yeah.
Would this have been a more or less common occurrence before that she would remember? Like, she just looks at him. She wasn't happy with that, was she?
No, definitely not. Let us try to keep her out of our business for now. I don't think she's having a good day.
I like.
Of course you would.
Anyways,
As you guys were just kind of talking and hanging out in this bar, Damon walks back up to you guys. And he doesn't even pay attention to ask this one. He's like, guys, I just think I'm crazy, but I'm trying to get this thing started called a guild, and I can be the guild president, the guild
master.
We'll put a pin in that one. That doesn't sound very nice either, but
you would get bored in 2 weeks and then leave and start something else.
but all I'm saying is this.
I'm already a member of one, sorry.
Wait, guilds exist?
Yes, they fucking exist.
He just walks away in a flurry.
Well, that's one way to diffuse a situation.
Not a
Ignore
bad
him.
idea, but
He's a good handler, but he's got too many ideas in that head of his. And not a single one of them comes to fruition unless they involve me taking care of them. So,
You guys overhear a conversation of a guy who's and you hear this guy talking about, yeah, I got my hands on this mask. It was just made out of stone though. It had a stone in the forehead. It seems like it's a ascending stone.
Wait, what?
Romanor's too busy drinking his heavy cream. That passive 11 perception. He's like, I didn't do a
Immediately,
damn
Connor, straight to Az, we need to follow him. I just heard him mention a mask and a stone.
Absolutely.
You say anything else?
And then Connor's just eyes on him the entire time.
That's a dirty 20 to stealth. She just, well, for those who aren't Connor, stupid, crazy perception, just up and then gone. I have a question. Does Connor have the guidance spell?
Doesn't matter. Damon just it shows up behind you, Az, and puts his hand on your shoulder and says, "Now, Az, you know that there's none of that around you, of course."
I wasn't going to take it from him inside. I was going to wait till he was outside.
Well, don't make it look like you're going to take anything from anyone while you're in here. Those rules.
Yes, I do know the rule, and she just kind of at him, and then sneaks outside.
Are we following that one, or are we waiting for her to report back?
If we're going to sit here nonchalant,
I'm enjoying my heavy cream.
this is actually in towards the two of them as he's drinking, so that way there's not much of a conversation at all from the table, and both Koresh and Ramana were here in the head. He mentioned the mask and the sending stone. We're going to drink. I'm going to keep my eyes on him. And then the moment that he starts leaving towards the door, we will let her know. And we are going to get up and we're going to leave. Not
Okay.
too long after.
Horish.
So as you
Go ahead.
as you key in even deeper into that conversation, Connor, you hear, "Yeah, I got it for some kid from the city across the way. He said he stole it off of some guy that just walked into the city."
Massive eye twitches and he immediately asks, he has my mask. I want you. I don't care at this. And now at this point, she could definitely say he's been corrupted. I don't care how you do it. I want you to take my mask off of his body, even if it means it's a corpse.
Oh.
You
Wow.
hear the utter pride in her voice of just, oh, did one of my kids take from you? You poor thing.
If it was your kid that still had it, I'd be fine with it because the kid deserved it. But a decrepit, old, has my mask and he stole it from the kid, we deserve to steal it back. Rightfully.
I don't like shedding blood when there's too many witnesses.
Like I said.
I'll get it
I'll
off.
do it.
Just tell me when he's coming out.
Of course.
I mean,
Calm down and drink your ale.
I am drinking my ale.
Connor, you're so angry you didn't even notice that he got up and started walking out the door.
did I notice? Did any of us other people
Of course,
notice?
you probably noticed. Of course, you probably noticed.
Messages it to
Connor.
Connor, and then to
Connor
Az.
passes the message over.
Oh, as is getting ready, she's sneaking. Do I need to make another stealth roll?
Yeah. I rolled a nat 20.
I'm rolling so low tonight. It is not okay.
Connor's gonna get up after a minute.
Karish is following.
And he's going to
If
head
she
out.
cannot sneak and this guy tries to get away from her, she is going to hurt him.
You see this guy walk out, And he notices you as. Are you just standing there? What are you doing?
She's leaning against a wall and she's inspecting her sunblade. Because she knows, like, if I'm gonna get caught, I might as well look like I'm not actually trying to do what I'm gonna do.
He looks at you and he says, "That's a nice blade there, little missy. Why don't you sell it to someone who can use it?"
I use it quite well, thank you. It's not for sale.
How about for trade? I've got a few things.
She deactivates it and sets the hilt where it goes on her belt, crosses her arms. And what do you have that could serve me better than this blade?
He pulls out an iron sword and he says, "Look, this is nice. It's pretty sharp. It's shiny."
You just watch her like I'm gonna roll a sleight of hand to see if she can pull the hilt off her belt without him noticing.
Can't wait to see that.
I haven't rolled above a 3 all night.
Um, you.
Can I like, cause Rogue, Arcane Trickster Rogue Mage Hand. Now that I'm outside, I can use magic, right?
Yeah.
So could she, while she was standing there, have summoned her Mage Hand, and because Arcane Trickster Rogue, it's invisible. Could she give herself advantage
No.
by kind of like tugging the back of his shirt?
No.
Have we walked out at this point, or is it
No,
still just
you
us?
guys haven't walked out. It's just those two right now.
Okay.
He looks at you and he's like, "It's a sharp sword."
See, but this one is so much more fun because I can put it up like this, and she pulls it up. And obviously, he sees it and sticks it up against the wall of the building, and I can turn it on, and there's no blood left on the blade. It's so convenient.
Connor, you walk out and you hear specifically blood left on the blade, and it's so convenient.
Connor's just gonna smirk. But Connor's gonna look to them out of the corner of his eye, notice what's going on, and he's gonna kind of like walk off a bit.
Since Az knows he's usually the most perceptive, she's going to think at him. See if you can spot where the mask is. It'll make it easier for me to swipe it.
And that's exactly what he's gonna do. He's gonna stop for a second and like look around, but really like focus on him when he turns towards him, just to see like what he sees on him, and then kind of like walk a little bit past, still checking him out, seeing what he has, where the mask would be.
Give me a perception check.
Yep. That's a 23.
You can't see it on him, so you just assume it's in his bag.
Connor to her. It's nowhere visible, so it has to be inside of his bag.
That's gonna be history check.
I finally roll above a 3, and it's with one of my lowest modifiers. That's a 12.
You look at him and you notice a different symbol tattooed on him, another little thieves guild. And you know these guys are known for their network of passing things off between each other. But you also know that he seems to be the only one of that guild with him.
What was that last part about the thieves? The only one?
He's the only one there. You haven't seen anyone else with that mark.
She's going to put the hilt back and then, you know, I've been starting a collection of masks. Wonder if you might have something of interest in that area.
A mask. Can't say I do. No.
Can I insight check it?
Sure.
Ramanor. Can
Pretty
Ramanor
sure
step
5
outside
is
at
going to
this
tell
point?
me absolutely nothing.
Yes.
Can I insight check him?
Yes, Connor, you can insight check him.
Can Ramanor step out at this point?
Yes,
And
Ramanor.
Koresh?
Yep.
That's not any better.
Ramanor will step
That's
out
what that was. No.
and
Better than that one. Connor just sees bird.
Can I, big man?
hold on. Ramanor is going to step out and intentionally. I guess this guy wouldn't even be shoulder check; it'd just be like hip check, to be honest. She's just gonna hip check this man as he walks past.
Okay. Why? For what?
Just to get his attention.
Oh. I know his plan. Okay.
Koresh is assessing the situation and understanding that if the stealthy way doesn't work, then the big stabby way probably is. So I'm going to try and subvert that, and I'm going to move 30 feet into the middle of the square and try to drum up as many people's attention as humanly fucking possible to avoid them not seeing anything that might potentially go wrong on their end of things.
Okay.
And possibly give advantage if the other guy gets his attention pulled away too. So I'll roll a performance check for that.
Sure.
As Koresh does that, as is going, and like the guy like turns and's like, oh, I just got hip checked. She's going to think to Connor, tell Romano to grab him.
That's a
And
28.
let's try and find an alley. So basically, like, grab and run.
Cool.
Oh.
Drago.
Passes the message.
I have 28 for the performance, by the way, to draw in the crowd to like avoid them being seen doing any sketchy shit.
All right. Cool. Ramanor, what do you do?
He hip checks him. What does he do?
He jerks and he looks at you. He's like, "What is it you want, you big oaf?"
And at this
That's an
point,
instant-
Connor would definitely have passed the message along to him to grab
Hand-
Alec.
Hand probably encompassing this man's shoulder, just clasps on.
Yep.
You got a problem, big guy?
He goes to like move your arm off of him, and like his arm just stops, and then falls limp. Like he's weak compared to you, Ramanor. He's like, "What do you want?"
It depends. An apology for being in my way. And secondly, I want that mask you've got.
What mask are you talking about? You want to roll me an intimidation check?
Squeeze a little tighter.
Bardic inspiration. We're gonna throw one Ramanor's way, and it's simple, it's elegant, it's just a big old.
I may not need it.
You just about snap his fucking collarbone. He just and he's like, it's in my bag.
We'll go for the bag. As we'll go for the bag. I'm just kind of.
You go into the bag and you go to the bag and you pull out a mask that has a stone set into the forehead.
And how about that apology?
He looks at you and he says, "Fuck off."
You will just squeeze a tiny bit more. Not enough to break anything. Not enough to break anything. You'll actually harm this man before just shoving him away.
Supposed to be a holy warrior, and he just kind of runs off.
I abide by the laws of nature.
As holds up the mask in Connor's direction. Look familiar.
Is it?
Oh, it is.
Yes.
You can, as in your hand, you can feel the mask kind of vibrating. Like it's just kind of like almost nonstop vibrating at this point.
She holds it and she's kind of tempted to just put it on and listen to mess with him because she finds it funny that he got it stolen in the first place. And she holds it really close and she's like, I think someone's trying to get in contact with you. What would happen if they hear a woman on the other end?
With Ford, probably be utterly confused as to why, but he'll be fine. You could answer it.
And so then she's gonna put it on.
Hello, Connor? Connor, it's been weeks.
Not Connor, just a friend.
Connor has female friends? Huh?
At
Is
the
he
same
alive?
At the same time, the fact that she actually has the mask, she's gonna hear in her head, that's actually my blacksmith friend who practically made my weapons and the previous armor. He would be the supplier I've had. So if you need anything, or you think we can use something, let him know.
Friend is a loose term. That's as close as he's ever going to get. He's fine. He lost his mask. We just stole it back.
Old people told him not to lose that mask. Okay. Well, what is it y'all are doing? Y'all need anything from me? Ask Connor. I'm confused.
She, through the mask, kind of looks at the others and is trying to think if they really need anything. Because, I mean, they just got the armor. I don't think we really need weapons, do we? She just kind of... Unless you can get us any better, probably magical weapons, I think we're doing solidly.
Where are you currently?
City of Thieves.
That's a whole different side of the planet. What the fuck is Connor doing? Okay, he thinks for a second, and he just, yes, I can. You'll have to get up north, but I can get you something.
I know we've been running fetch quests this whole time. Where north?
Finish all your quests. This isn't a type of priority. No worries.
I'll try and make sure he doesn't lose the mask again so we can find you.
Or I'll have to find him, whichever one.
I don't like being found. Let's make it the other way around.
You're his female friend, right?
Again, loose term, as close as I'll ever get.
Alright, well, I know most things, so I'll be alright. I can find you wherever you might need. If you don't like being found, that's okay. But just remember this. Everyone has eyes. Isn't that right, eyes?
She takes off the mask and just holds it out to Connor. Remind him, I don't like being found.
Connor's actually gonna chuckle, take the mask, and instead of putting it away, he kind of for a second is about to put it away into his actual bag, stops, and it's just like, I should really tie this thing around my neck, or at least put it on the back of my head. One less thing to worry about. But future, puts it away securely, and then just kind of wraps the bag a little bit tighter and underneath his arm, so he doesn't go missing again. But he does look to her, and then he said, and plain as day, That man has more eyes in any place that you can go than you can think of. His name in any blacksmith shop would allow far more to be done. So, you may think I know you don't like being found, but if the need arises, he will find us.
She just shrugs. All right. So, are we going on with the original plan?
Yes, we're gonna go over the original plan. Try to find those kids, get them all.
2 points. You two, temple. Which leaves, and she points over at Koresh, who I'm assuming is still performing.
Yeah, nobody's told him shit, so he's still over here just like.
So she just points over at the performing Koresh, and just for a moment you see this like.
Connor just like holds his hand up, holds his finger for like 1 second, but hold on, and all correct here says, "All right, you're done. Let's go."
Thank you, folks. You've been a lovely audience, and good night. Fucking bows, and then prestidigitation, puff of smoke, out.
That's where we'll take our break.
Alrighty.
You
we'll
guys
see
like
you
intimidating
guys in,
Ramadan?
15.
Intimidating
That's terrifying.
Ramadan's badass, man. I am so down for that.
Ramanor is kind of a scary character.
Oh, definitely. Alrighty.
I'm telling
Most-
you, man.
Ramanor's happy. Of course he's scary.
He's not even proficient in intimidation. That was a 21 because you rolled an 18 plus 3.
Alright, folks, so we'll be back in a couple of minutes.
We'll see you in a
See you at
few,
15.
peoples.
And we're back. Hi guys.
Hello,
Oh.
hi. Oh, we were off stream having a good laugh. If you join our Discord channel, you might get to hear the joke that we were talking about.
Probably.
Saints
Probably,
Row.
honestly.
All I'm
I'm
gonna
gonna-
say is Saints Row.
I'm gonna create a list of non-PC weapons. All right.
Yes.
Yep.
And then I'm gonna use one of them for a character on every single time I pick one.
All right. So let's go ahead and jump back into it. You guys are getting ready to split the party? Yeah, when I say it like that, it doesn't sound so nice, does it? Go ahead. Do what you guys are
Not
doing.
gonna die, I
The
guess.
terrible thing is this isn't uncommon for us. This
Wow.
has become a consistent problem every time we've needed to sneak into anywhere.
True.
That is
You guys
very
have
true.
Split the party a few different times, and
Well, it's rather-
no time
it's-
hasn't been bad.
Oh
It's either
wow.
we split the
Guys,
fucking
I
party.
just want to let you know, James and Shaq, you were actually recognized from across the house. Lyra's mom says hi.
Hi, Grandma.
Hi, Grandma. Great grandma for me, actually. But yeah, hi.
Don't try and question the adopted Discord family tree.
Yeah, no, it's all
Um,
fucked up.
Anyway, as Koresh comes over from his little performance thing, Az just points you with me. We are sneaking, and if you mess this up, I will end you myself.
Well, give me just a sec here, lass, and let's see how long this shite lasts before I decide to do it.
Greater invisibility only lasts for a minute.
Yeah, no, fuck that then. We're gonna wait. No, you're fine. Don't you fucking worry about me. I have my rules.
It's funny because invisibility lasts for like an hour with concentration, so
Which one?
invisibility, regular invisibility.
Yeah.
Well, with greater, you can do anything, and you won't
Yeah.
break it.
But it's just, yeah.
That's the
Anyway.
That's the reason for the time difference.
Yeah,
So
no.
she points to Connor and Ramanor, you, to the temple. Now going to the Iron District. So if you need to come for us, know where we are. If I know the exact location that we go, I will keep you updated. You are with me, and we are going to find these children. Once we get these children and get them back safely, then we'll get the information we need on the Phoenix Feathers. Are we clear?
Yep.
You're not gonna hear no fucking arguments
Crystal
from
clear to
me.
me.
Good. Then she points the direction where vaguely she knows the temple to be, and just, you two, that way. You and me, that way. And starts walking.
Turns to Connor.
Think they'll have any of that like honey bread that they kind of sometimes have at the temples?
They might.
It's my personal favorite, at least from home.
I don't believe all the temples have that, Ramanor, but who knows? Let's just head over, see which deity is here, and see if maybe we could also find out some information of our own.
Maybe.
All right. Koresh, Connor, roll me a flat d20, please.
Right?
That's a 4.
That would be a 3 for me.
You're still muted.
Y'all are rolling trash today. Hopefully, you don't have to have any combat. Connor, you rolled a 4.
Yes, I rolled a 4.
Okay, so it's you and Ramanor first. So you guys are walking through the city, and you can see that the wood that you guys are walking on, that seems to be almost a marshland, quickly turns to stone. You're in kind of a nicer than where you were last part of town, and you can see that it's bustling with people. There are men, women, and children running around. excuse me, and you guys can actually see that there is an old woman kind of pushing a cart. It's a wooden rickety cart, and she's just saying, "Pastries, pastries, get your pastries, pastries."
Ramanor will walk up to the cart.
Connor's just gonna. Gonna be like to Ramanor, please don't, please don't. Just continue walking, Ramanor. Continue walking.
Ramanor, you walk up to this cart, and he says, "Well, hey there, big lug. What can I do for you?" She kind of gives you a creaky smile.
What kind of pastries you got?
Oh, we call these dream pastries. They give you good dreams.
Connor immediately. Ramanor, Ramanor, Ramanor. No, no, no.
Insight. That's an 11, even though on D&D Beyond the dice was cocked.
Ramanor, you don't really get anything bad from her.
Never had any of those before. He looks to Connor. Just looks.
Connor's just gonna hold up 2, and that's it. Not no word, but it's just get the 2 and let's go. That's it. That's pretty much
I'll take
what's
2.
implied.
Okay. She goes ahead and hands you 2 with her thin, bony hands.
He's
And-
going to make it. He's going to divine sense.
Okay. She is not of this plane.
Oh, 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 oh no.
That's a dilemma. Can't take these anymore.
Uh-oh. Ravenor is going to be the first one to kill an old lady. Hopefully it's a hag.
Grandma gonna get bonked.
Mental message to Connor. Banishment, please.
Connor's gonna look around first to see if anybody's kind of paying attention to what's going on.
Oh, there are people around. People can see. You're in broad daylight. You're in the middle of a road.
Oh.
She's not supposed to be here.
Connor's just gonna say, well, I hope for your sake it doesn't actually bite us in the ass. And he's going to nonchalantly look at her from the corner of his eye and mutter under his breath and kind of like make the motions, but like as if he's trying to like look for something on him so it doesn't seem as if he's trying to do anything. So I need a 16 charisma save, please.
What's her specification, by the way?
Hey.
Yeah, figured.
Of course, it's a fucking fate.
She fails. You see Connor just kind of whisper, "Get away from here," and she's almost sucked into herself. It's almost if it's a black hole, and the pastries fall from her hand and splat on the ground, and everyone there is kind of stricken with like awe and kind of fear almost, but no one runs. They seem to not care as much as you thought they might.
Don't worry, she's not supposed to be here. And you'll just kind of like squish the pastries and walk. I I recommend no one eat this. You know, probably not something good to digest.
Let's pan over to Az and Koresh. Uh, as you get to the entrance of the trail, you haven't done this trail in years. You don't really remember it. You're kind of going in as blind as the next person. Um, you don't really have a map because this was very quick and you didn't have time to get ready for this mission. But you've been through here a few times. You know that there are some traps here and there to deter anyone who isn't supposed to be in here.
I mean, she's obviously going to try and avoid the traps, and will tell Koresh. Well, you certainly know the types that live in the city. There's traps around, so try not to touch or step on anything that probably shouldn't be stepped on or touched. Let me look for signs of the children. And then she's going to start looking around, like, seeing if she can see any signs of where the kids have been.
Koresh is just kind of following her lead. They don't know shit. So at this point, they are doing their damnedest not to intentionally piss Az off because, this trail probably isn't traversed by many. They probably won't find the fucking body.
Okay, cool. You guys walk into this underground trail, and it is dark purposefully. There are no torches on the walls. There's very little light. You can see that through the walls. It looks like there's like veins of glowing water going through the walls, just barely enough lighting the way for you to walk. There's not magical darkness, so if you have dark vision, you are able to see. But as you do, you can see that there is kind of a circular wooden structure going from ground to ceiling. And you can see that there are pathways to go around it on both sides. Which side? Do you want to go left or right?
Can we possibly make a perception check to see if there's anything in terms of sound, in terms of
Sure.
just something that would be an indicator of where we're supposed to go?
What's your perception? Koresh?
Mine is +7.
Mine's a +9. You want to give me help?
Yeah, I'll give you the help
Cool.
so that way you can get the advantage. Hopefully you roll above a fucking 2. Sorry. Pass above a fucking 2.
Lyrie says go left.
Dirty 20.
Larry says go left. Okay. On your left, you hear more of an echo than you do on your right.
That's just quietly to herself. She like pinches the bridge of her nose. I really do miss Katai. There's more of an echo to the left. So, why not? And she starts heading down to the left. Can I make a stealth check?
If you want.
Koresh at this current moment is not going to stealth because I don't think there's a point.
That's a 27.
Cool.
So-
Koresh, in front of you, as kind of fades into the darkness.
Yeah, no, I figured that was gonna fucking happen, and Koresh is just going to stop and telepathically reach wherever the fuck he can. You know I'm following you, right? I don't fucking know where I'm going, and I can't fucking see you. I'm not sure how well this plan was thought through, but clearly you might have missed a few steps along the way there, lass.
Can she respond back to the telepathy?
I believe she can.
I don't think she can.
Let me just check the race just simply so that way I know. And it doesn't say, it just says I have telepathy. So yeah, no, I don't think she can. Like it doesn't specify, so normally
Don't don't they have message
I
as
don't
a
have
spell?
message. They
Oh,
do not have message.
sadness. You just wait a few seconds, and then she just kind of materializes behind you. You. Really inconvenient for someone like me sometimes. And then steps past them and keeps going.
Look, I didn't come for the sake of fucking convenience. I came because I was probably the best option out of the two. And Karish is just gonna follow. And it's definitely I'm staying 5 feet behind and not going near her.
Okay, cool. As you continue to walk down the left side, you see a little, almost kind of like it's kind of like a half circle. You see a room that is kind of blocked off by a wooden door, and then you can see that it can actually veers off to the right to continue going straight more forward than it would be that half circle we did.
Az is gonna kind of press her ear up to the wooden door and see if she can hear anything. Do you want me to make a check for that?
Yes. Give me a acrobatics check.
Acrobatics check to listen at the door.
Sure.
Another dirty 20.
You step up to the door to put your ear to the door, and the floor falls from underneath you. As that happens, you push off the floor, you push off the door, and land on your back about 5 feet away from the hole that was underneath there. You crawl back up, and you see that there were spikes under the floor.
Don't step on anything we're not supposed to, right? Kind of sucks when everything is fucking terrifying to step on.
I will chuck you down that hole myself. Don't you try and chastise me. My own city.
Well, that's
She's
exactly
gonna-
the point. You're in your own fucking city, and apparently you don't know which one's your left or right foot.
You do realize that for me, it's been more than 10 years since I've stepped foot in the city. I'm trying my best. She's gonna step around the hole and the spikes. Keep moving.
You know, you really need to get a sense of humor. Like, honestly, I haven't really been saying anything that's that fucking horrible to you.
The humor doesn't keep me alive. It doesn't help me steal.
No, but it keeps your fucking sanity lines.
She doesn't answer.
You know, for this group to be as fucking close as they are, you sure don't do a fuck ton of talking, do you? For somebody who was friends for what? From what I've heard, 10 years with these people, and apparently you don't know fucking hide nor tail about the other?
She turns around and she doesn't quite look at them. She's kind of looking a little to the left of them, just not making that contact, and just, I know what I need to know of them. And this time around, they've chosen to know less of me. It's not exactly something I can change myself, nor that I wish to change. I don't like being known.
You guys hear footsteps coming towards you.
She is going to step over to Koresh and attempt to help them to stealth.
Okay. So, stealth with advantage then? That's still a fucking 9.
Gresh, you, with your scaly dragonborn skin, you try and hug up against the wall to not be noticed. as you see a gray-haired, still relatively young man walk up with a lantern in hand, and he said, "Who's there? Show your mark."
They see as too.
Yep.
You did try to grab.
He's gonna step out and just. Does she see a mark on this person anywhere visible?
You see a mark tattooed on his neck.
Is it the?
Yes.
She kind of reaches over and tugs down a bit of her armor and her shirt, and you see the mark under her collarbone. Not like just above where her heart would be.
Where are you headed?
We're looking for something. Something. We'll go with that. Not looking to take anything.
Fledglings.
Yes.
He sets the lamp down and starts walking off. You'll probably need that.
No question. She takes it. Keeps walking.
And Koresh keeps fucking talking. Lass, understand that maybe the reason they haven't taken the chance to actually get to know you again, which by the way is already a shite situation to have to deal with in the first fucking place, is because you haven't tried yourself. It's a two-way street. I'm guessing that if you've traveled with these people for 10 fucking years, you were kind of close, were you not?
She keeps walking.
I'm gonna keep talking until I get a fucking response, and either way, it's gonna be either annoying for you or insightful for me.
You are going to get us killed. Keep talking.
Well, then fucking answer and I'll stop.
You want from me?
I want some bloody answers because I'm also talking to the same woman who a couple of fucking days ago told me I have some fucking destiny that I have no fucking clue what it's supposed to be. I am in a group of individuals who know absolutely nothing about each other. I am confused as fuck. I find out that my brother might still be alive somewhere. I had my face fucking taken from me. So, sorry if I tried to get a little bit of catharsis, closure, something. I'm not trying to be a dick, lass. As a matter of fact, I'm trying my best to be the opposite. I'm trying to get to know the people that I'm with so that way I have an idea of what I'm dealing with. Can you understand that at least? And restrain yourself enough from threatening to stab me in the fucking throat that apparently happens once a fucking day.
And from there, we'll pan back over to Connor and Ramanor.
The two of us would
Ramanor.
have continued walking.
Yep, Ramanor, you have calmed down the crowd completely. You guys are doing fine.
Sleeves just a regular, just pastry cart, just sitting there.
Was it regular pastries? Was it really?
A pastry cart of some kind. Ramanor will look for the tallest building in the area. Typically, that's what the temples are.
You are not in the iron of the town yet. You're still walking through the stone side.
Hmm.
So you guys get to a large gate where there are guards guarding, and there seems to be kind of a route of trade through there. And you can see that the quality of buildings is a little higher than where you are currently. What do you guys do?
Ramanor will just walk up like he belongs.
Same with Connor.
Okay, cool. They stop and it says, "State your business."
We're going to the temple.
And who is it that you worship?
I am myself, Wild Mother. But she kind of accepts prayer and worship from anywhere, so whatever temple you have works.
Show a holy symbol, please.
Connor's just gonna grab his and hold it in his hand.
He pulls out the Wild Mother symbol.
They step to the side and they let you through. No questions asked.
Steps right on in. Big ass 9'6" towering over everyone.
Connor actually takes about 2 steps and then stops, looks back to the guard. Just curiosity, mainly. But who is the temple devoted to?
Raven Queen.
Hmm.
And he's gonna continue going.
Questionable.
So Connor's gonna continue going forward. He is looking around to see if there's anything, like listening in for the conversations about maybe kids missing or mask wielders of any kind, or
You don't
anything
see
actually
anything.
about the crags too.
You don't see anything. So as you're looking around, you're trying to notice things. You can see that as you've gotten higher and higher into the like different sects of town, you notice that like you see less and less of the people from the guild that you notice that mark from, as if they're becoming better and better at being stealthy as you go higher into the higher echelon parts of town.
Okay. He definitely would have let Ramanor know that.
Alright.
You guys traverse through this part of town, and you find an ornate black stone temple. This temple seems to be completely open air. It doesn't necessarily have walls, but is held up by pillars. Air is able to get through this temple, and then at the center of this temple is a giant crow that is made out of porcelain. And behind this crow, about another 100 yards behind there, is a tree that sits in direct sunlight, but the bark is black and the leaves are purple.
Ramanor is heading for that tree.
Understood. You head for the tree. Connor, are you doing anything?
Connor would actually walk up, looking around at everything, taking in the sights of the temple, and he's gonna stay near Ramanor, but he's also gonna be kind of putting his attention to the actual raven statue for a minute, because he's just like a little bit like off kilter, because like even though Raven Queen is the Raven Queen, he also kind of feels a little bit of something in the back of his head from being here, because Twilight Cleric.
Okay. Yeah. One of the things in the back of your head that you feel is like, okay, you are a Twilight Cleric, and this kind of feels normal to you. But also in the back of your head, you just hear Ford's voice. She's crazy.
He's just gonna like kind of stop, like missed up for a second, not expecting to hear Ford's voice while not using the mask.
This is like just kind of like you're hearing your thoughts are basically formulating his voice in your head. It's not like he's saying something to you.
Yeah, but still, it's not something he would expect. So it's just like, huh? Okay, not going insane. Just inner thought, inner monologue. Continue. But yeah, he's practically gonna be standing next to Romanor the entire time. He's not gonna leave him alone. And you're muted.
You are muted.
Let's pan back to Ash and Chorus again. All right, y'all in the middle of an argument.
I think it was Koresh who spoke
You-
last.
Yeah, so it's you.
He's reminded me what he said.
They went through the whole process of like, hey, I joined a group. You tell me I have a destiny. Y'all apparently are fucking time travelers. I just got set into this fucking thing. I have no clue what the hell's going on, and you people don't fucking talk to each other, so give me something to work off of here.
When it comes to that whole destiny thing, I have no idea what it was. But it wasn't me. I'll tell you that much. Otherwise, I don't know what to tell you. I don't know what you want from me.
I want a fucking reason.
Reason for what?
Any of this shite. Because apparently the only thing keeping you fuckers together is a thread that's already frayed and you're on the last little nub of it. It's like you're all walking to your fucking death with each other, and the only reason you keep each other fucking alive is because you care about saving your own skins and know that you're better together. Is that what this is for you? Is that what you did to the first party? Is any of this, does it feel like how you used to be with your friends? Because I get the feeling, lass, and this is not, keep in mind, not trying to be a dick. Again, just want answers. But you care about these fucking people, right? Because it seems to me like, and this is just me grasping at straws, but maybe you're afraid.
He immediately is giving them a death glare when they say that.
I think you're afraid of the fact that you lost them once. You don't want to lose them again. So you're keeping them at arm's distance so that way if they happen to just fucking die, you don't have to feel as much pain.
Before they can continue, she just holds up her free hand. None of this has been the same as it was before. We had more people. We had a very different goal. It was all for nothing. In the end, I shouldn't have been the one who was sent back. It certainly wasn't my choice. I don't have a reason, other than this is all I know to do right now. You know who should have been sent back? Kona. Or even Romanov. Anyone but me. I am no leader. I'm not the one who should be keeping this group together. It was never me. Don't ask me for answers or a reason. Because it shouldn't be me that is the reason for any of this. I don't know why they're still following me. I have no idea. There is nothing about me, especially this me, and she gestures down at herself. And it's almost like, in the look in her eyes, she looks as like this is still kind of unfamiliar to her. From the person that it was 10 years ago to who she is now. This me is not someone to trust, and is not someone to follow.
As does that, gestures down to herself. As in the back of your mind, you get a strong imprint of what you looked like in the future. And as you follow her hand gestures, Koresh, and you look back up at her face, the makeup of her face seems just a little bit different. You see a scar on her left cheek. You see that there is a piercing just on the left side of her lip. And you see that one of her eyebrows is cut through with another scar. Yeah, you just saw the makeup of her face completely change.
They are going to flash up a minor image of a mirror in front of her face.
She immediately looks away.
Puts it right in front of her face, because I can move this bitch.
Just gonna continue to avoid looking at it.
No, hold on. No, this is what you've been doing. I've been in this group for fucking 3 days. And all you're doing is running. No, you didn't have the choice. And even though I don't know if I was even a part of this group in the first fucking roundabout, clearly This is a problem. Now, what would that version of you from 10 years in the future be telling you right now? About your friends, about the people you travel with? Because I have a feeling, just an inclination, really, nothing too big, that maybe, just maybe, she'd be telling you to give it a fucking shot.
She looks at them and just, you can tell me how to live my life when you have lost everything twice over. I had a life
fucking
before
did.
this. I had a life before this group, and I lost it. I had this group. Everything we did, every bond that we made, dead and gone, as if it never happened. I have lost the one person I had left considered family early on this time around. You can tell me how to live my life when you have watched more people die than you ever care to count, and when your entire world has been changed. And she turns around and starts walking again.
Back to Connor and Raminor. How you guys doing?
Romanor just places a hand on the tree, says some kind, nice things to it, so and
Touch-
it can hear
the
him.
tree. You touch the tree, and you realize that this tree is not organic.
Mm. That's not what I was expecting. Okay.
Connor just looks at him and just be like, it's a black tree with purple leaves. Have you ever seen a black tree with purple leaves?
Not on this plane, but there are other planes that might have something like it. Anyway, he looks around for a priest or someone who works here.
You see a man in kind of like a black garb, like a giant cloak, and he's kind of standing there with a like raven mask, with his hands just interlocked in between his sleeves.
Excuse me.
He looks up. Yes.
I was wondering, I'm kind of looking for. Hey, you might have one. I'm not sure, but it's like a brass brazier, like yay big, used in spells or I guess possibly for offerings. But was wondering if you have one of those that I could purchase or have.
He thinks for a second. He says, "There's a apothecary who carries a lot of things. We don't have something like that here for use."
Oh, okay. Wasn't sure. All right. Have a good day.
Connor,
he's going
quickly at the
to-
same time, would the apothecary also carry charcoal, incense, and herbs?
It carries all the basic items.
Perfect. Thank you.
And do you know by chance where you could get a bag of holding?
Those are rare.
Sounds
Nothing
like
off the
you
top
do
of my
know.
head. Nothing off the top of my head. Just do some digging. I'm sure you'll find someone.
All right. And Romanor will turn. All right. Thank you. Have a good day.
Connor,
And he's gonna go
Just-
find.
quickly notice, like, can you just point us towards the apothecary? So,
A little further into this district, not too far.
thank you.
May the queen be with you. And he walks off.
May the mother be with you.
Connor just stays quiet for a minute because he already knows if he says anything of the sort, he's gonna have a very angry god in his head, and he doesn't want that right now. But he's gonna look to Ramanar. So, I guess that we're going to help her get Katai back now.
Of course. It's one of her closest friends she's had for a while, so I figured we could get him back.
Yeah. I think I think she's been without him for long enough. Let's just make sure we actually have enough to, for emergencies.
Of course. He'll head off in the direction that was given.
Yep.
Cool. You guys head deeper into town, and you guys see that this is kind of like an area of shops, anywhere from your local blacksmith to the apothecary to a potion store to a tome store. What do you guys want? What are you guys looking for? What items are we looking for? We can fast track this, and you can just tell me what you're looking for, and I can say whether
Charcoal,
or not.
incense, herbs.
Apothecary first, charcoal, incense, herbs, brazier. And then Ramanor's gonna also look for a shop that might sell magical items.
Okay, cool. So you walk into the apothecary, you easily find the charcoal, incense, and the herbs. And you said you're looking for a brazier as well.
Yeah.
You look and you find a dwarven, of all people, a dwarven man sitting at the front desk. He says, "What is it you're looking for? A brazier?"
A brass brazier.
Brass brazier, charcoal, incense, stuff to make a familiar.
I've got a brass brazier, but it has a golden inlay. I'm not sure if that's going to mess with your spell.
Ramanor will roll an arcana.
Okay.
Oh, that's a 16.
You roll a 16. With that, you know that it won't necessarily do anything bad.
That's fine. How much?
This is a good one. 500 gold.
That seems quite expensive.
I believe that's actually a little bit out of our price point.
How about 200 gold?
Up 3 in a piece of your armor.
Ah, sorry, can't do armor. You can have my old armor though if you want that. And he pulls out of his backpack the armor of gleaming chainmail. Never gets dirty. And is
His eyes go wide. Connor, you notice that he is very excited to see this. Then he like collects himself for a second, and then he says, "I don't know. I can take that with 200 gold."
Oh, really? Then, sorry. Romanar, you know, trying to actually find somebody to buy this armor, like you would expect by now, especially a man that clearly in front of us knows the value of anything, doesn't want it. I guess we're gonna have to find somewhere else that actually has it. You may as well put that armor
maybe
away for now.
maybe the blacksmith will like it more.
I agree.
No, don't let that dunce take that armor. How about I'll take the armor for the brazier. I'll also give you 200 gold on top of that.
That sounds perfect to me.
Thank you, kind sir.
You'll hold it out, but keep a firm grip on it. Put the brazier in gold first, though.
He like throws over a heavier bag of gold.
Connor's going to go grab the gold, check it, because City of Thieves. Okay. This is perfect. And the brazier, as well as the other items that were requested, please.
Brazier's right over there, and he kind of throws all the items inside of the brazier for you.
Thank you.
All right. Anything else you need from me?
Bag of holding?
Don't have one of those. Those are rare.
Do you know where we could find one, possibly in the city?
Maybe if you make it over to the steel sector, but not here in the iron.
Something for later then. By chance, not sure if you might know, But have you ever heard rumors of Mask?
Rumors of masks. No idea what you're talking about.
When you're thinking if you want to insight that. Well, that and any maybe stories of phoenix feathers and the crags.
Crags are kind of a dangerous place to go, and phoenixes are hard to find if able to be found at all. Seems like you guys are onto something a little bigger than me.
Oh, we were hoping that maybe you may have an answer, but I guess we'll have to ask around. Thank you, though.
Appreciate your patronage.
And with that, the duo would probably end up leaving and heading over to,
Temple.
not even, probably head over to blacksmith and the potion shop. Well, the tome also.
Mhm.
Never hurts to actually see more.
What are you guys looking for?
Blacksmith, just to see what he actually has, because it never hurts to actually see if there's anything special in there.
He's got a couple of regular items in there. He's got a double-bladed scimitar. Things that might pique your interest are like a double-bladed scimitar, one regular scimitar. There's also a couple of heavy weapons in there. There's actually a great war axe in his stock. And then there's actually a second great war axe that seems to be enchanted with cold damage. And then you also have some chainmail, and there's also some leather armor that gives an advantage to stealth checks.
What did you say, weapon-wise?
Great war axe, double-bladed scimitar, regular scimitar.
And there was also another great war axe, but that one had a cold damage bonus.
Connor's gonna end
Nothing
up
I can
looking.
see a use.
It's like, I could probably actually use that axe in case of anything. But
Me or you?
one of us. But that armor may actually help us also.
I mean, that axe kind of looks like a one-hand axe to me. Might be a two-hand axe for you.
I may actually take that axe. I could use my shield with it.
That axe, which one? The enchanted one?
Thinking about, yeah, going towards the enchanted one.
That'll run you about 75 gold pieces.
We just got 200.
Yeah.
That and the armor, which would be you said it was leather, right?
Yeah.
I think we could actually go with that armor as well. Well, no. This is a lot better armor than that. But
I mean, I think we actually made more money than we gave that other guy.
yeah, we did actually.
Apparently, Romano knows about the price and cost of things.
Connor would end up actually asking the blacksmith for the enchanted war axe.
Okay, he hands it over to you for 75 gold pieces. Anything else?
At the moment, no.
What do you have shield-wise?
Lucy's like, I've run out of stock of shields for now. You'll have to come back another time.
Fair. You heard of the That guy Ford?
He's clanging around and then he stops for a second and he pulls out a necklace that has two F's on it. And he says, "Yep, everyone knows about him."
Well, he happens to be one of our good friends.
Did you know? He just keeps banging away at his weapons.
Connor just goes, "Well, thank you, but you wouldn't have any of Ford's specials, do you?"
Just the verbal kind. What are you looking for?
Well, he is looking for a shield, and I know that Ford has made a couple in the past, so just wanted to make sure if you did have them or not.
I have any of those in either. Those come in short demand. He deals more in information than he does weapons or armor these days. So when we get something from him, it's usually quite a big deal.
Yeah.
Should we ask about the stuff?
Blacksmiths always typically know more about anything else. He's gonna take a look at him. Has there been any stories or rumors about phoenixes in the crags or phoenix feathers?
There's been some hearsay about the crags to the south of here. I think you might need to go check that out for yourself if you're really that interested. But it seems as though there's a whole thing happening down there. I'm not 100% sure. I haven't been able to go down there and check myself yet.
Well, what's the story? At least something will end up making things a lot easier for us if we decide to go down there.
Seems like they're putting people to work.
Huh.
Lovely. So we just gotta be careful of not getting caught, or else we'll be to work. Mines?
I don't know if it's mines. It seems as though it's a little more upstanding than that, but it seems some type of training ground.
Interesting.
I don't think of anything Romano would need. Do you by chance have diamond or diamonds?
I've got a few of those. How many are you looking for? How much?
Mainly just for the spell Revivify. At least 300 gold worth. Hopefully at least one, if not a couple.
He walks into the back and pulls out like a chest and has 3 diamonds in it, both each diamond worth 500 gold each.
I think we can only have enough money for one of those Ramanar.
Romanar jingles a bag on his neck. The one that's holding the old gold.
Oh.
Like a cowbell.
He pulls out 2 pieces of old gold. You haven't really gotten an appraisal on how much these cost. Just that they're at least 200 per. He's gonna pull out the 2. What about these?
Looks at them and says, "Oh, those are thousands of years ago. We thought those were lost to time. Those are probably worth, if I'm giving an approximation, 250 gold each."
If I give you 2, can I have a diamond?
Make that happen.
And he hands him 2.
And he hands over a diamond to you.
Perfect. And he puts it in the same pouch.
Connor's gonna take his new axe because Ramanar would have actually given him the money for it. Well, Connor actually has a little pouch, so he would have paid the money for that. Then he also puts down like another 5 gold on top of that. That's for the extra information. Thank you.
It's like you know the deal. Thank you.
I know because I know the man. So I'll be seeing you around. Connor's gonna put the axe on his back with everything else. And he's gonna look to Romanar. So, potion shop for any extra potions we may need. And a tome shop for any
At this
books.
point, Connor, you can kind of feel the distress coming from Az's mind. Just emotional distress.
Plenty of it.
Connor's gonna kind of like stop for a second and just like. So they're fine still. There's nothing going on right now, but clearly there's some emotional distress currently.
You should have. I mean, kind of have to expect that. It's Az, and it's Koresh. I mean, those two don't mesh well, like at all.
Yeah, no, you are completely correct on that, but maybe I'm just reading into it.
You said there was something better for sneakiness here?
Leather armor that gives advantage on stealth.
Yeah, there was some lead armor.
How much for the armor?
Do you want the whole set?
Preferably.
I'll probably run you about 100 gold, 150.
Looks over to Connor, who's got the pack of gold.
Connor's just gonna hold it up. It has 125 gold still in there.
Make you a deal. You hand me that, that armor is yours.
Without thinking, Connor's just gonna toss him the bag.
He takes out the set and packages it up and hands it to you in a little wooden crate.
Thank you for your business.
Thank you.
Appreciate that.
Be seeing you.
Definitely.
Now we'll walk back to the temple and wait. Unless he wants to check out the tomes.
All right, cool. Back to Az and Koresh. At this point, I had Az. Can you give me 2 more rolls of that die?
Oh no.
This will be interesting.
This is
Cool.
rolls to see if Az decides to kill Koresh. That's what this is. I'll be using that new character real soon.
So yeah, she just walked away. So it's on them now.
Koresh is just gonna say, fuck it.
I had her roll to see what turns and things like that she would make, and she made actually all the perfect rolls. You guys are currently at the Ezek to the Iron side, to the Iron section of the town.
Koresh at this point has just essentially we'll poke the fucking bear later, I guess. And will cast polymorph on themselves to turn into a tiny little lizard. Itty bitty.
You guys walk out, and you can see the Temple of the Raven Queen. That's almost a stone's throw from you guys. What do y'all do?
And we've seen no sign of the kids. Az looks mad. I mean, madder than usual. Just pissed off with the fact they haven't found anything. And she's gonna look around and see if she can see anyone around where they are.
You can see the temple, and you know that Connor's goal was to get to the temple, Connor and Romanor.
He then looks around for Koresh and doesn't see Koresh.
Little lizard on her foot.
You're making it very hard for me not to want to step on you.
I think ass is a top. Okay, but
Oh, kinky.
in Karish's tiny little lizard brain, because you know the intelligence does actually transfer over. No. Can't hear it, but it's just the only thing.
Connor,
She
all
just-
of a sudden, no from Kara. What?
I figured we go meet up with the others, come up with another strategy to find the fledglings. Since we obviously found nothing.
Koresh is going to beeline just like general like look around makeup of everything, like climbing up walls and fucking go to the next one. Basically in terms of like lizard brains sort of whatever, she gets a feeling that Koresh is not planning on giving up on this just yet.
I mean, she's not giving up either. She wants to come up with a new plan.
I chose the wrong time to turn to polymorph because I thought we were going to be sneaking into some place and figured tiny little thing was going to work.
Just come on. Let's go find the others. Perhaps if we don't need to be sneaking right now, we can at least bring them.
And drops polymorph. Well, I guess that was a fucking waste.
all right. So you guys go ahead and start walking. You find yourselves in front of the temple, and you can see Ramanor's giant self just in the back.
Am I allowed to make an insight check on Az?
Sure. What are you trying to find out?
Just general, like, demeanor and how everything up to this, like, throughout the whole thing, like, what she's basically feeling at this point in time after all of the bullshit. Just to try and at least get some semblance of, like, okay, where do we stand and how far can I push this? $23.
You get the sense that she is extremely sad, but you also can tell that she doesn't know that she's sad. It only comes out as anger.
That's about what the fuck I was expecting. Silence. And I mean like a dead, just no words. Probably flipping a coin.
Okay, cool. You guys run up to Ramanor, and as you notice that next to Ramanor, he has all the ingredients you need to summon Katai back. And yeah,
She kind of looks down surprised and then looks up. Did you go shopping?
And went for actually some information. And Connor would actually kind of like be walking up at the same time.
Can't hear you.
That's weird.
He holds the brazier out to her.
Connor would have also mentioned how they all got information at the same time.
She kind of waves it off and looks at the brazier and then around. It's going to take me an hour to bring him back. Do we even have the time? And then she's like, just then collects her thoughts because she's kind of all over the place right now. And she relays that they found nothing when they went searching. They just kind of ended up here. They need a new plan to go and find the fledglings.
By the way, just as a general thing, is Az still in Days of Future Past form over here?
Yes,
Do the others see that, or is it just Koresh?
everyone sees that. You changed.
Korish, by the way, now has
She
a
has
theory.
no idea, does she? Well, no, she doesn't know that she still looks like that.
didn't look in the mirror. You didn't look in the mirror. You still look like yourself from Days of Future Past.
Connor's gonna look and be like, what did, what the hell happened?
You get in a fight and then heal it with some supernatural healing abilities.
Oh, and from there, that's where we stop the session. Yeah. Well, I guess we'll have to find out next week. Well, everyone knows, but Az doesn't know, so I guess we'll just have to find out next week. Find out in your next episode of Dragon Ball Z, guys. Yeah. Wow.
It seemed a lot like a Dragon Ball Z episode. A lot of screaming and very minimal action. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. That was awesome. I enjoyed that one.
I can't even argue because that's pretty much what it was.
It's okay. I hate you guys. I get it. I understand.
No, we love you. I'm just kidding.
I think if I hated you, I really wouldn't be here.
If we hated you, we wouldn't play your fucking game.
Ow.
She's just playing D&D at my house, so she's just playing D&D at my house right now. So
I would, if I could.
Real quick, before we head off, as usual, our usual social spiels. Make sure to follow us on our socials. All the links in the link tree. A couple of them are up here on our Twitch page. Main things we want to highlight. Instagram is where you're going to get updates. TikTok is where we do fun content and updates. Discord is where the first updates for anything is going to come out. We do special events. We've got Text RP, great place to learn to play D&D and also just to hang out with us. And Patreon, if you guys feel like supporting our group so that one day we can all play together in person somewhere, somehow, some way, because that's what we want to do. Oh, and we have a YouTube now. So if you've missed past episodes, they're coming out on our YouTube channel, so you can go and catch up with that.
Got them all going through on YouTube every week. Every Sunday morning at 9:30 Eastern, another episode is aired, so you can catch up that way and enjoy. So,
soon we'll be
next
running
week.
quests outside of our Discord server, and you guys will get to be DM'd by me and other players in this group. So hey, come check it out.
Hey, who knows? Maybe I'll DM something on the Discord server.
You'll
and
torture
then
our
you'll
viewers.
all detest me DMing as everybody does anyway.
Or maybe I'll DM something, and you'll see why people are so afraid of me when I DM.
Oh no, I'm pretty sure everybody's gonna love it when you DM. But
All right,
as it
well.
stands,
Thanks so much.
till next week, guys.
Take care, eh?
Have a nice glass of milk and chocolate chip cookies.
Abso-fucking-lutely. I want some of those now.
Or a glass of whiskey, whichever one.
Definitely
two.
a glass of whiskey.